Well, had a bit of a late start to the day. Yeah, I couldn't really sleep last night, but I got to get up and get out and get some more water because that's literally all I've got left. And yeah, there is something else I'm going to do, but I'm going to talk about that a little bit later. Well, on my way now to restock on water, and I'll probably end up getting a little bit of food as well. And yeah, the thing I wanted to talk about was actually to do with my location. So I'm not going to say exactly where I am, but I am right on the outskirts of Dartmoor. And yeah, this is one of the few places I've never actually been before. So I'm really excited to have a good hike up on Dartmoor, but I didn't want it to be a day trip. I wanted to camp up there for a day or two. But obviously doing that with my current gear just isn't going to work, you know. It's about 50-60 kilograms, lugging that all across Dartmoor, it's just not realistic at all. So I was hoping I could go into town and find a cheap pop-up tent or just something like that for like 10-15 quid that I can just use for a few nights up on Dartmoor, and then I can hand it into a charity shop when I'm finished. And yeah, all my other kit will just stay in my big red tent where it is now. Yeah, that's the idea anyway, but it all comes down to whether or not I'm going to be able to find a tent in this little town. Well, I must have walked about 2 miles to reach this shop in hopes that I could find a tent there, but they didn't sell any kind of tents. And I've looked around this whole town, there's not a single camping shop or outdoor shop anywhere, you know. Less than a mile from Dartmoor, and this place doesn't have a single camping shop. It's actually crazy. But yeah, the trip wasn't completely wasted. I got a little treat for myself and a couple of treats for Ayana. Oh, yummy ear. Yummy ear. I just realised this is actually called Sam's cider. So I think this was meant to be, guys. Oh. Oof. Oh. Let's get this up, eh? Oh, well, back at camp now. I need to stop camping on top of hills. Oh, it's pretty brutal. I'm going to do a lot more research for my next spot in a couple of weeks. Make sure I'm on low ground and next to a river or a stream or something. Because yeah, carrying water uphill, it's too much. It's just too much. Well, it's definitely time to get a bit of food on the go. I am absolutely starving. I got the fire going earlier. Now, I've never cooked eggs like this before, but someone in the comments said that you can just put these straight on the hot coals and they will cook, but apparently they can explode if they're a bit cold. So I'm just going to heat them up a little bit first, get them nice and warm. And while those eggs warm up a little bit, let's put these cobs in some tin foil. Actually, I might add a splash of water. Just a tiny little dash. Right on there. Right, these eggs are feeling a lot more warmer now, so I think I'm just going to chuck them straight on. Ooh. Yeah, I've never cooked eggs like this before. I'm just hoping they turn out okay. If they don't, it's not the end of the world. Right, I think this is all done. Moment of truth. These eggs. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely cooked. Well, yeah, I'm kind of struggling to peel the eggs. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe I should have let them cool off a little bit first because they are boiling hot. But this corn is looking good. Oh yeah. Yeah, they're certainly not the most visually pleasing eggs. But that's not too bad. That one's probably the best one. Right, I'm going to finish this dish off with some already cooked mackerel fillets. Oh yeah. Definitely a bit of a strange one. Corn, mackerel and eggs. But yeah, I'm going to enjoy it nonetheless. It's funny, I just tried looking for a little bit of cutlery, but if this ain't finger food, I don't know what is. Mmm. Oh, they are good. Let's try the eggs. Mmm. Yeah, pretty good. They're definitely better when you boil them, but not too bad at all. Ayana, do you want some fish skin? Oh, yummy. Want some fish as well? I bet you do. Is that nice? Well, it's the middle of the night and I cannot sleep, so I thought this would be the perfect opportunity to show you some of my torches. Now, I'm in no way sponsored by this company, but I told them that they're more than welcome to send me some of their products, and if I like them, I'll use them in my videos. But the reality is, when you're outdoors in summertime, you just don't really need torches. You know, it gets dark, properly dark at about 10:30, 11, and sunrise is about 5:30, 6 o'clock. So you just don't really need torches that often in the summer. But yeah, with that said, these sort of torches are going to be absolutely invaluable come wintertime. I wouldn't even be able to record what I'm recording now without this torch above me. I guess it's not really a torch, it's more like a lamp or lantern or something like that. And it's just hanging from a branch. It's also got a built-in power bank. And yeah, it's just a really, really cool bit of kit, really cool thing. Right, now I know you can't see a thing, but I'm going to show you this torch, which gets brighter and brighter and brighter. Just look at that, it's absolutely ridiculously good. You can see all the way down into the woods. That is a ridiculously bright flashlight. It's not bulky either, it's really lightweight, it's got a little clip on it, it's got like magnets on it too, rechargeable batteries, shockproof, apparently it's waterproof as well. I'm not going to put mine to the test because I love it too much. But yeah, just a really high quality torch, it really is, really good. Now this next one isn't as bright, I mean it is still fairly bright, but it's just a little head torch with a little strap. And it's got a load of magnets on it. Again, rechargeable batteries. And yeah, this one hanging from the tree, which makes recording out here completely possible. It would be impossible without this light. It's like a little street lamp. It really is. It just illuminates the whole area and makes filming very easy at nighttime. I'll be honest, I was very skeptical at first. I wasn't sure if they were going to be high quality or anything like that, but they're actually really, really good. And they come with all sorts of little gadgets, you know, like clips and magnetic things. And, you know, this one above me comes with a power bank. Yeah, they're just really high quality. They just feel high quality, and they look high quality. And the way they work is very high quality as well. Yeah, just really, really impressed with these flashlights. So thank you very much, Wuben. Yeah, guys, if you want to get one, I will leave links in the description. I will get a little bit of commission off it, so you're going to be helping me out if you do buy a flashlight with one of my links. And for this little bad boy, you can get 20% off if you use my link and the code in the description. So yeah, if you need a flashlight, don't hesitate. Wuben is the way to go. God, it feels weird saying something like that. I never thought I'd say anything like that in one of my videos. But yeah, they've thoroughly impressed me. They really have. These are some really good torches. The best I've ever had anyway. So yeah. Well, good morning. Not long woke up. Woke up a little bit late as well. There's just no natural alarm clock out here, you know. There's no sheep, there's no pigeons, and there's certainly no hikers. So yeah, it's a really peaceful spot, to say the least. But yeah, I'm gonna get a bit of breakfast. I've already got the fire going over there. I'm just gonna do another cheese toastie this morning, but this time I got some tomatoes, so yeah, it's gonna be extra nice. Right, I think I need to turn the heat up on the outdoor toaster. I should do. Oh, it makes such a difference with tomatoes in it. Beautiful. So it's a real shame about yesterday and not being able to find a tent, because it means I can't do any overnight trips up on Dartmoor. Or I suppose I could buy a tarp and do it that way, but I just always feel a little bit more protected in a tent, you know? And yeah, I'm not sure if I mentioned this, yeah, but there's going to be some really, really bad weather for the next 3 days. It's going to be torrential rain and thunderstorms. And so I don't really fancy going up on Dartmoor for an overnight trip in that kind of weather, especially when I've only got a tarp. So might have to put that on hold for a little while, just a couple of days until the weather improves. Well, I've just spent about 5-10 minutes collecting all this firewood. Like I said, the weather's going to be really bad soon. So I just thought I'd plan ahead, just in case I want to make a fire. So yeah, I'm going to bag all this up as best as I can. There we go. Even though it is possible to start a fire in torrential rain, this is just going to make it a little bit easier, you know. Right, so I've decided what I'm going to spend most of today doing. I'm going to try and build a little bit of a shelter over my fire. And that's going to keep it dry from the thunderstorm. It means I can cook while it's pouring down with rain. It's not going to be anything extravagant, I'll tell you right now. It's just going to be something that will do the job. But saying that, I have done quite a lot of outdoor primitive shelter building, so I have a good idea of what to do. And I think I'm just going to build a sort of lean-to over the fire. I think that's going to be the easiest and simplest way to do it, and the most effective. Alright, this is exactly what I was looking for, you know. I have no interest in cutting down any trees myself, would never do that. But these are already fallen and not too rotten or anything. So yeah, I'm going to cut a bit of this off. Probably about there. So this is where an axe comes in really handy to get all these knobbly bits off. Wow, wow. This is an absolute monster. But to be honest, I don't think I have the strength to get it down, really. I'll give it a go. Come here. Come behind. Good girl. Stay there. Yeah, that is not happening. Absolutely no chance. Oh, here we go. Here we go. That's what I was looking for. Absolutely massive tree that's already come down. There's actually a double whammy here, where it's split off into two. There we go. Oh, yeah, like I said, this is so much easier with an axe, a little hatchet. Woo. But yeah, I stopped carrying hatchets around a long time ago. They just weigh a ton, you know, just weigh an absolute ton. Right, I've done some rough measurements, but like everything in life, I am partly winging it. Right, now I'm going to need to sharpen the ends of these, just so that they can stick in the ground a little bit easier. That feels pretty solid. Right, that's one side, and now I'm going to do exactly the same on the other side. So yeah, this is the basic structure of it. Just have a log that rests on the top there, and it is quite sturdy. But you know, it doesn't need to be that sturdy, it's only for a bloody fireplace. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that, and then you just line all the other sticks up on this side, and it creates a little shelter from the rain. Alright, well, I've been super busy cutting all these logs to size, and hopefully this is going to be enough. I'm really praying it's going to be enough, because I'm exhausted after cutting all these. So, yeah. So as you can see, it is completely covering the clay fire pit. So when it does rain, it'll all slide down there. But obviously there's a few little gaps in that in there, so it's not completely waterproof just yet. But that's where the clay is going to come in handy yet again. All right, got the clay here. Gonna add a tiny bit of water. Let's just soften it up a bit. But yeah, before I add the clay, I'm going to try and fill as many gaps as I can with some loose sticks, just so that I don't need to use so much clay. I really love doing this stuff, really love it. You know, I'm no expert at bushcraft, but if clay is involved, then count me in. Look at that then, no more sunlight coming through these bits here. Yeah, I am pretty happy with that. I'm pretty sure that will keep all of the rain off the fire pit. So yeah. Oh, right, the final step for this little shelter, just to make sure it's fully waterproof and no water gets through or anything. So I'm just going to cover it in these pine needles. They're going to stick quite easily while this clay is wet. And yeah, from what I've learned, you always want to start from the bottom and work your way up, because then it's going to get layered and the water's just going to roll off basically. Yeah, these pine needles are really good for any kind of shelter building because they're extremely waterproof. You know, when water hits these, it just beads off. So yeah, that is the finished product, and I am pretty confident that that's going to be waterproof now. Pretty damn confident. Yeah, I'm well happy with that. Well, here's the first little fire in the sheltered clay fire pit. Now, of course, I need to be a little bit careful about the roof setting on fire. Well, after all that today, no doubt I am a sweaty, muddy man right now, so I thought it'd be a good idea to have a little shower. Woo. Oh, god damn, that is good. That is good. Oh no. Oh no. There we go. Crisis averted. Oh. Well, I'm feeling lovely and clean now. I tell you, there's nothing like an outdoor shower. Honestly, I haven't really used these a lot in the past, you know. I've just been roughing it for the most part, like jumping in the ocean, jumping in rivers, stuff like that. But I tell you what, these are an absolute game changer. Yeah, really nice hot shower in the woods. There's nothing quite like it. But yeah, I think I'm gonna cook a bit of food now. I'm feeling quite hungry. But honestly, I don't think I'm gonna record much of it, if anything. My power banks are running quite low, my phone's quite low. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to record too much of dinner. Well, good morning. I'm not sure if you can hear the pitter-patter of rain on the tent. Yeah, it's quite light though. It's only sort of trickling at the moment. But yeah, I did not sleep well at all last night. Not at all. Which is funny because I thought after all that building yesterday, I would have been pretty shattered. And I was very tired, but I just didn't get much sleep. Probably got about 2 or 3 hours. So yeah, not feeling too great this morning. But since the weather is so miserable outside, you know, it's kind of the perfect time to have a bit of a lazy morning and not feel so guilty about it. But yeah, I think this is where I'm going to end this one, guys. And yeah, I just want to say like a massive thank you to everyone that's supporting me and following me on this sort of nomadic homeless journey. Your support really does mean a lot to me. It means it gives me a lot more freedom and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm forever grateful for each and every one of you. But yeah, until the next adventure, it is goodbye from me.